sad.
Oh, why is he sad? Just look at this face. I'm going out to dinner, and this is my face after like 3 hours of wear. But during that 3 hours, I cooked like 5 things. I've had 2 dance parties with my son. I'm chasing him around the house with a bowl of food, trying to feed him. So, I mean, already, that's like a workout, and my face still looks flawless. So if you want to see how I did this look, keep on watching. I'm normally someone that does hair first, and then makeup, and then outfit. But my curling iron isn't here yet. I decided to get like a longer curling iron, so we're just gonna go ahead and do makeup first, and then I'll just show my hair at the end. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it because my time is limited. But I'm taking the Hourglass concealer in the shade Oat and just prepping my eyelid. I'm not gonna worry about doing under my eyes just yet, but I am just spraying this out. This is just a really nice base. It's a little warmer than a lot of my other concealers, but I think it's okay because of this look. I'm going for like a bronzy, like a neutral bronze. So I think this is gonna be good. I'm going in with my Mercier setting powder and just setting this because I'm going to be using more dramatic, deeper tones, and I just really want to get a nice blend. Now I'm just filling my brows. This brow pencil is from Absolute New York. It's like a micro tip one, but it's not like super fine where it's gonna look like hairs. But I'm just gonna fill in these sparse areas. And I wanna leave my brows fluffy, so I'm not going to use any gel or anything today. I may or may not like fill in my brows a little deeper because I'm planning on going kind of dramatic with my eyes. So we'll see, but I'm brushing this through to make it look a little better within my hairs. Just like that. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place, the Coffee Shop palette. And this is just so pretty. I used it once and I'm really excited to try this again. It's just, I feel like they're not all like crazy warm, and I really appreciate that. So I'll zoom you guys in. I'll start off with like a flat brush, and this shade right here, I'm going to put this shade just right under my brow bone. I don't really do this often. This is something I used to do all the time, but I find that a lot of palettes nowadays don't have a good brow bone shade. So let's just try this out. I'm mainly focusing here, but I am going to put just a little bit this way just to define under my brows. Running on like very little sleepies last day, so my under eyes are looking kind of crazy. I actually need to do like a mask or something. I need to find like a product that's just gonna fix this. Like, at this point, I don't care how much it costs. If you have anything to recommend besides anything like invasive, like injections, let me know because I'm scared of needles. But I'm taking my fluffy brush in this like brown shade, and I'm going to start building my transition like this. And I always use a really fluffy brush for this. I think this is the fluffiest blending brush I could find. This is such a beautiful transition shade. Man, if I could like customize my go-to palette for like a nice like eye look or just any look, this is a fantastic transition shade. The state of my kitchen behind me might be pretty crazy because my mom is coming to watch my son tonight, and I want to prepare iftar for her. So there's lots of that, and then of course cooking all of my son's meals, because I have to leave multiple options for him in case he wants something else. So I was like doing a whole cooking fiasco, and I still have like 4 things to make after this. I got a good blend there, and then I'm going to dip my brush into this shade right here and start deepening like my outer corner right here. So what I like to do, I just dab it to apply the color, and then just whatever's left on my inner corner. Actually, I'm just gonna pick up more. So in my inner corner like this, and then whatever's left on the brush, just sweep it back and forth. And I'm keeping the color lower into my crease, like almost to where it's like halfway on my lid. And I'm just gonna blend this out. Also dipping into the previous transition shade to help me kind of blend this out. Like that. Love how this shade is like a cool tone brown, because I always like doing like cooler tones on my eyes. I don't know what it is. It's just, I've always just loved cooler tones eyeshadows. And really like how I can get like a nice chocolatey, like bronze look with this palette while it's not too warm. But there are nice warm shades in here. I just don't use them that much. Okay, I like how that looks. It's very deep, but that's exactly what I'm going for. Take a crease brush like this and I'll dip into that same like deeper brown shade and smoke out my under eye a little bit. I got this nice and smoked out. It might look a little raccoony, but once I put on the lashes, it's gonna make sense, I promise. I'm going to take my flat brush and I'll dip into this like light shimmer shade right here. This looks like it is the lightest shimmer shade. And I'm going to just put this pretty much all over the lid, but I'm going to focus it in the middle. So just a little in the middle. Oh, that's not pretty. And then just kind of blend it out a little bit. It's a nice shimmer shade. I like that. This almost has like kind of like a tackiness to it, so it's sticking onto the lid really nicely. I'm a little surprised. I feel like I used this shade last time, but I don't remember this. Anyways, now I'm going to use that same brush and dip into this like espresso shade. Espresso. Maybe I should call this espresso eyes. Okay, and I'm going to dab it on like the outer third of my lid right here. Yeah, I just love these cooler tones I have on my eyes. I'm just going to blend it into the lighter shade in the middle. And then I'm going to also put it on my inner corner like this. And it's just, I like really focusing like the lighter shade on my center eyelid, and this will just make sure it stays nice and dramatic. Okay. Looking good. I really like that. Now, when I do this type of look, I like to still take a blending brush. Do more dramatic eyes like these where I'm just layering on shimmers like this. I still like to take another, like I'll take like a smaller brush than my blending brush, dip into like that outer crease shade and blend just a little on top of the shimmers. Just to kind of diffuse the shimmers out so it's just not like one like patch of shimmers. I'll just take my time with this. Taking just a little bit of that transition shade and layering on top of this darker color to make it blend a little better. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I am going to use a liquid eyeliner because I do want to like make it as dramatic as I can. And I'm gonna use the by Terry Ligne, I don't know how to say that at all, Black Star eyeliner, and this is just like the black shade, but I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll be back. I think that's okay for eyeliner. But I'm going to use just a pencil liner to color in my waterline just a little bit, or a lot of it. I normally don't like to do like a winged liner like this, but I felt like for this look it's gonna look good. But I usually like to do a smudged eyeliner, and I haven't found a smudging eyeliner that I really like that doesn't transfer, because the smudging eyeliner that I recently grabbed, it's like the Maybelline tattoo liner. I noticed I get like little bits like on my inner corner, like on my inner like the nose area right here for some reason, and then my lashes come off. I didn't like, took me a little while to see it, but I noticed my eyelashes were coming off when I put it on top of that. So I'm on the hunt for another one. I'm gonna go ahead and put on lashes, and these are from AOA Studio. It's the Foam Ink lashes, and I always use Jackie. These are just my go-to, and like they're super affordable. I think I got a pack of 5 for like $7 or $8, and they're fantastic. These are just my go-tos. My lash glue dries a little bit. I'll go ahead and start color correcting. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Corrector Stick in Light Peach. I absolutely love this stuff. I actually bought this a long time ago, but I kind of rediscovered it in my collection because I've been like reorganizing everything. So I'm just applying where I have some hyperpigmentation, which is just around here, a little on my nose and under my eyes. Oh, my under eyes are just looking really bad these days, but it's okay. And I'm gonna use a like fluffy brush like this and blend it in. This is such a creamy formula. This just blends in like really, really beautifully. And it's not even that peachy where it looks like a crazy color corrector. Because look, I haven't put anything on top. It's literally just this, and I just have moisturizer on my face. I don't even have sunscreen on, which is like probably not the best because we are eating outside, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. How that blends in, like it almost disappears into the skin, but there is coverage. If you are a deeper skin tone, this color won't work for you. I'm not too sure if they have deeper ones, but if you're looking for a good color corrector, this one's amazing. And it lays under foundation so well. Like I think the first time I tried it, I actually forgot to set it at all. And I just laid foundation on top and it just sat beautifully under foundation. It's amazing. I just like to show like with and without lashes. But look at the lashes. Looks like we got raccoon. We have polished raccoon. Makes a difference. Always after I put on lashes, I will put on some mascara on my bottom lashes and just a little to my top just to blend them in. And just make sure you do this because you're gonna look crazy if your bottom lashes are like grayed out from all the eyeshadow you just put on and your top lashes are looking perfect. See? Automatically much better. But I'm gonna wait to do my top lashes once the glue fully sets. Mascara that I've been absolutely loving is the Lancôme Lash Idole. I used to use this a little while ago, totally forgot about it. Now I'm back to this. While I was putting on my lashes, I heard the Amazon driver like drop off the package, and I feel like he might have flung it at the door because it was really loud. And typically you don't hear like noises that loud in my house. I have very thick walls, so hopefully everything's okay. I'm sure it is. After you have your lashes on, you want to go back in with like a black shadow and dab a little bit where your lash glue is sitting, because if you have like shiny lash glue peeking through, it can like attract attention to that and then away from your beautiful eyes. So I didn't feel like digging through my stash for a black eyeshadow, but I just went ahead and used this shade right here. And it looks fine. That's all for the eyes. What do you guys think? I love it. Okay, now let's do my face. I've been on the hunt for like a good drugstore foundation. I absolutely love the Hourglass one. But it is kind of pricey and I do want a more affordable option to recommend. So today I'm actually going to try out the Milani Conceal Perfect Conceal. It says foundation and concealer, so it's going to be pretty high coverage. This is number 3. I got the shade Light Beige. It looks automatically like it's going to be a little bit too orange, but it's okay. I did like a little swatch on my face earlier. And it was like a little orange, but I think I can work with it if I use like my brightening concealers. But I just took like a pump. I'm just gonna dab this thinly all over my face, and then I'll use a brush to blend this in. This is more just to get my product evenly across my face, but you can tell it's already kind of like oxidizing. This does oxidize a little bit. I kind of wish it didn't. But you know, I'm going for like a bronzy look. Like I lost my tan while I was sick. I'm getting it back now anyways. But like I feel like in 2-3 months this will be a good shade match. Switching to a flat but dense brush, I'm just gonna dab. And this just gives me like a flawless like airbrushed finish. But the key is to like keep tapping until it's pretty much dry, and just to have like a thin layer like this on. This has a lot of coverage. I probably should have applied less, but it's okay. Let's see. I'm hoping for like a luminous matte coverage. Oh my god, yeah. This is not my shade. Maybe I'll wear like sleeves today because my arms are pretty pale right now. We'll see, because I don't want to pull out a body bronzer today. It's just a lot of work. Off the bat, this is very, very high coverage. I absolutely should have used maybe about like half of what I applied. Okay, I'm hoping it dries down to a more matte finish. But I mean, it's already canceled out like all the color from around my lips. But I'll just kind of carry this all down my neck. And I have my sweater on because I'm cold. Otherwise, maybe I would have put this on my arms to tan them up a little bit. The shade difference is showing up on camera. But this is like a slightly more tanner and warmer shade, but it's okay. Sometimes I go for foundations just like this just to give me a little bit of color. but I really like how it's drying down. It smoothed out like really easily. This is a very thick foundation though. If you don't like thick foundations, this is not for you, but it doesn't necessarily feel heavy. I'll have to kind of see once it, like how it feels once I put all of my other products on. But I'm hoping this sits well, but this might be good for dry skin because of how thick it is. I don't want to put too much concealer on because I got a good bit of coverage from the foundation. So I'm just applying a little bit of my Hourglass foundation for coverage and to like snatch my nose a little bit. And then I'm gonna dab with my fluffy brush like this. And yeah, when I mean a little bit, I literally mean a little bit. Putting this, I'll kind of let this set for a little bit before I blend the edges out. Then it'll focus the brightness right where it is. I've got that blended out and I'm gonna go ahead and do my cream contour. I've been loving the Kiko Milano Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. I have the shade 201. This stuff's amazing, guys. Like, I got this in an attempt to look for a dupe for my Makeup by Mario, the soft sculpt shaping stick. And like, you know, it's not like a complete dupe, but it's a similar product. Like if you like that, then you'll probably like this. But I've been really liking this one. And as always, I use like a brush to apply like my nose contour. Just gives me more precision and I don't get too much product on my face. I'm switching to basically a bigger version of that brush and doing my forehead contour. I don't really have a big forehead. I'm just doing it really to like warm it up in bronze. Like this is more of like a duo product. Like it's not just a contour because it's not completely cool toned. Like if I wanted to only contour, I would go for a much cooler toned one. And that's me being like a warm olive. But this is like a beautiful duo product and that's exactly what I was looking for. So this for me is perfect. But going around the perimeter of my face, especially like right here, it also kind of warms up, you know, the cool tone drama that I have on my face. But the brush just gives me nice control so I can place my warmth exactly where I want it. I'm not going to take this too low. And then just a little bit on my jaw. You always want to make sure you bronze contour on your jaw if you're doing that, because if you have like a bronze like top half of your face and not the bottom, it's going to look a little wonkers. I'm not too sure of how this is going to dry down. This looks a little bit glowier than what I go for, so I'll just use some setting powder using my Laura Mercier one that I absolutely love and a triangle puff to start my under eye. Yeah, this stuff just blurs everything. I mean, this is like a filter in a tub. Love this stuff. It is steep in price, but I think it's absolutely worth it. And then I don't know of any good drugstore options, but this, if you're willing to splurge, I'd say try this out. Pretty much like mattified most of my face. I kind of just didn't touch like where I have my cream bronzer because I do want to set it with powder bronzer. Well, I'm going to set it just pretty lightly because the powder bronzer I have is quite pigmented and I kind of want just to kind of seamlessly blend. So I think that's a good plan. Now this bronzer is really, really nice, but it does come with a hefty price tag, but I'm in love. This is the Hermès Plein Air. What is this? It's actually called the Healthy Glow Mineral Powder. And this is in the shade Sahara. I mean, it's a bronzer, but I'm going to go in with a pretty light hand because first time I tried this on, I did go in with a pretty heavy hand and I just dab everything on. This is so beautiful. My top like favorite bronzer right now is Pat McGrath. And this one, I'll say this probably beats Pat McGrath. I love it. It's literally perfect. Like there's subtle shimmers in here. There's like 3 tones. There's subtle shimmer and I don't like shimmery bronzers like at all, but this, like you can't see any of the shimmers at all. It's a very subtle glow. I don't even know how to, like, it looks like this is like a tan. You know how you get like a little bit of a glow with a tan? It's like that, but in this bronzer. It's very beautiful. This is a very big like bronzer. It's not the biggest I've seen, but you do get a good bit. You really don't need much, but I mean, just look. It makes me look even more like a filter. Really pretty. I almost always go for a matte bronze or a matte blush, but today I whipped out this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Mini. This was like from a couple years ago, and I just remember this was really pricey, and I rarely ever use it. So let me see. So this is like a nice, you know, like a baked blush formula, but let me just use this today. It's gonna have like a glow to it, which is not my preferred, but I think it'll go really well with this look. And it's a nice cool tone pink, and I've been really liking my cool tone pink looks these days, especially when it's paired with like a nice bronzy look. This one's really pretty because MAC's Desert Rose has been my go-to. But Hourglass, when Hourglass does like these baked formulas, they're so, so, so beautiful. I honestly haven't touched this bronzer because it has the shimmers to it, but I don't know, since I feel a little bit different with like some light shimmery bronzers, this might be pretty, but I don't think I want to use it today. I'll save it for another day. I just put a little bit on my nose. I'm gonna blend this all the way up to my temples. I kind of want a dramatic blush. Time for the lips because this is looking insane. I'm going to do like a more dramatic lip. I haven't picked my lipstick yet, but let's see where this lip liner takes us. The earlier lip combo was just like too heavy, so I'm gonna do something a little lighter and something with just like a little bit of like a pinky tone because my eyes are so neutral. I do want a little bit of color. So I'm using the Sephora lip liner in the shade Hot Sauce. This is a really pretty shade. Hold on, let me show you. This is like a perfect, like almost like neutral, like a wearable berry. Like for me, when I initially saw this color, I thought about, like right now it looks a little darker because of the leftover lip liner that I do have on, but it kind of reminds me of when people get like lip filler and they have that like pinkish redness outside of their lips. I feel like that, but just like a little bit more brown. That's what this lip liner is, and it's so, so beautiful. Nice. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll pick a lipstick to use just a touch of like Pillow Talk Fair in the center of my lips. Yeah, that's pretty. And I don't think I want to do a gloss today. I feel like gloss just really doesn't make my lip combos last it long. And I need to have this on for a couple hours. My son's waking up. I really have to finish real quick, but a little bit of highlighter. I'm just using the one from the Hourglass palette right here. I just need like that glowy look today. And I feel like this is perfect. This is more like flecky, glittery of a highlighter, but since it's not like shiny, like bright, I'm okay with it. I don't like any highlighters where I can see like any visible flecks, and this seems to be one of them, but at least it's not too bright. My son fell back to sleep, so maybe I can start doing my hair, but that'll be a different video. Now, since I do want this to last, I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last Natural Finish setting spray. So let's see, I actually haven't used this before, so let's see how this works. Smells really nice. I need to wipe off my table, but yeah, that's a really fine mist. I like that. Okay, we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Not that I've even tested this foundation out, but I will be outdoors today and it's pretty warm out, so I'm hoping this will help it last. I am so shocked that my son is still asleep because I was able to curl my hair, but this is what it looks like unbrushed. All right, we're gonna take this out. It's been like actually like 2 hours. My son woke up, I fed him, cooked some rice and quinoa, cooked some chicken thighs, had 2 dance parties.
I love you too.
Yeah, oh, I love you too.
What's the clue?
But just taking these top clips out.
I gave you.
I resprayed my hair with my hairspray. I'll do an in-depth tutorial on this later. I was going to record, but it didn't work out. Okay, let's hope the bangs are good. All right, nice. Okay, I'm gonna gently just like,
flowers are.
yeah. I don't have my mirror isn't big enough to see like my whole head, but look at this volume. I'm gonna show you the back, but I don't know what it looks like. I'm gonna do minor adjustments later. I'm gonna brush out, of course, more sections, and I'll kind of run, like, do like my finger like this on the back of my head. Okay, you can play with that. But this is what everything looks like together. So this is what my makeup looks like after a lot of cooking and dance parties. Looking pretty good so far. We got a little, he took my purse. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like, I'm gonna put my outfit on next and I'll post that on TikTok. I probably won't post that here because I have to move my phone. But I'm really loving this hair. I hope this is like showing up well on camera, and I hope the back was pretty when I showed it to you guys. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see my face again. But if you want to see my face even more, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post multiple times throughout the day, every day, and I do also post on YouTube Shorts. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this because I enjoyed doing this, and I hope to see you again soon.